Hello everyone, it's Annabella here with my weekly reading. This week I wanted to circle back to Yang and Wang Churan's relationship. Someone requested some time ago, but truthfully I wasn't too interested in them at the moment since I've been watching a lot of Korean dramas recently. I jump back and forth between K-biz and C-biz. But anyways, I did the poll for fun and thought if it's not interesting enough, I won't post. But their spread turns out very interesting. Can tarot ever be not interesting? Therefore, I decided to record this as a case study and post this reading. So yeah, let's see what cards represent their recent energy. Knight of Swords. I remember this card showing up in their mutual energy last time I read for them too. I remember mentioning that this knight is impatient. He comes and goes like a flash. And I remember saying this is like Yang. It was kind of easier to identify that this knight was Yang last time because there was also the Knight of Cups in the spread representing Wang Churan. However, since this is the only knight in this mutual spread, it could just mean that maybe both of them might have moved on, regardless of how their feelings were before towards each other. This was a short relationship and it flashes by quickly through their life. Five of Pentacles. For their scenario, this card represents separation, breakup, becoming strangers. The Knight of Swords first explained that their relationship was quick, and now with this card, I do believe it has for sure come to an end. I believe in this spread, my cards are trying to help summarize Yang and Wang Churan's relationship than actually giving updates for some reason. Maybe because, as this card indicated, they are strangers now. They probably aren't in each other's life anymore. Six of Pentacles. Again, another card indicating what actually happened between Yang and Wang Churan's relationship. There was an obvious imbalance of power and influence between the two of them. When I saw this card, I noticed the differences in the level of the person giving money compared to the two poor people receiving the money. It was never and may never end up becoming a balanced relationship. It just wouldn't work out that way for the two of them, unfortunately. Ace of Cups. Now, this is where I wanted to post this reading as my case study. See, if this was the first time I read for a couple, knowing nothing about their situation, I feel I would logic these cards a bit differently. When reading the cards, I use both my intuition and logic to interpret. And since Yang and Wang Churan's relationship already seems rocky from before this reading, does it make sense for them to have the true meaning of the Ace of Cups apply to their relationship? This Ace of Cups means new love, and I'm not sure if that is going to be a fitting way to describe their current relationship as new love. Therefore, I want to interpret this card with its reversal meaning and consider this to represent their lost love. More specifically, Wang Churan's unrequited love. The Lover. See, again, crazy. Another really pretty card out of context. If I hadn't read them before and kind of understood their situation and had that Five of Pentacles not shown up from earlier, I would hesitate so much more. But do understand, guys, all tarot cards contain a good and a bad meaning. Not all cards are always going to be good and not all are always going to be bad. For Yang and Wang Churan, I do want to point out that they were considered lovers once upon a time, and there was definitely sexual energy between the two of them. But the Lovers card represents an imbalance, much similar to the Six of Pentacles in this situation. In conclusion, this is a case study spread that I wanted to share as I find it super interesting, but generally, Yang is too handsome to be a safe, reliable romantic partner. There are too many butterflies around him. It's hard to tie him down. Even with the Lovers presented, there were too many dilemmas in this relationship. But yeah, that is the end of this reading. Remember, this is only a tarot reading. Tarot is based on energy, and as the interpreter of these energies, I may not be 100% accurate. Please remember to be logical, have an open mind, and keep yourself grounded with the information. If you're interested in buying a reading from me, please check out my description for my contact information or visit my Etsy store, annabellatarot.etsy.com. I also accept payment and donations via PayPal. For pricing, please see my channel's description. Feel free to leave your requests in the comments, but I will prioritize purchase reading and most popular requests that fit my interest. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day and see you next time.